Well, cheers. Woo! Hey guys, we are live impromptu because we just got a very special package just a few hours ago. We were so excited. We thought we've got to unbox this thing and chat with you guys about it real quick. We said we would. We said we would last night, so here we are. It is
it is the 2020 Black Bank Hill Syrah. We had a problem with the first bottle, and guess what? Taylor Emerson, the owner at Black Bank Hill in Lincoln Lakeshore Appalachian in Niagara, just fired one across the country. Overnighted. They say, you guys have to taste this wine. This feature will not be complete, will not be what it should be without a bottle of the 2020, without your notes, Carl, without your score of the 2020 Syrah. So the expectation were high. The excitement level was pretty darn high.
Yeah, you tasted the 2019 Syrah from Black Bank Hill. I think that was their first Syrah.
I sure did. It was their first Syrah, but from a different vineyard.
From the Park Vineyard. And this is their first Syrah from their own vineyard.
That's it.
In Lincoln Lakeshore.
The 23-acre vineyard in the Lincoln Lakeshore.
And we found out last night in chatting with the founder, Taylor Emerson at Black Bank Hill, that actually part of the reason why he chose that site is because it's next door to the Kazan Vineyard. And there's a really good Syrah made from that vineyard, isn't there? With Leaning Post.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So there you go. So we opened that bottle. It arrived. You saw the box. It came. Someone knocked at the door, drop it off, and like we got all excited to crack the box open. We let it breathe for what? Maybe an hour. We had it breathe for over an hour.
And this is where I was saying to Carl, this is where I'm glad we have a wine aerator.
Yes.
Because they say, like, especially with a big red like that, if it's shipped across the country, it's jostled around for like 2 days. You don't really want to you want to let it relax for a couple of weeks. It might have bottle shock. It might get a little disjointed, out of whack, right?
But I didn't have 2 weeks. I didn't have the time to let it sit, a little rest, because
we wanted to taste it this week because we're featuring Black Bank Hill this week, and we wanted to share what we know
of high score
in this feature.
We have a 92 plus Viognier. That's my best Viognier that I've tasted in the last couple of years from Ontario. There's a crazy good Chardonnay from the Wingfield Vineyard that I absolutely love. And so anyway, the 92 points also from the 2020 Runway Bordeaux blend at $30. But anyway, I wanted to try that Syrah. I had no time to waste, so I put the Inovino from the box in. So this is my Inovino, right? So
and it was, like we've tried this with other bottles, and so if the wine is like that, in a bit of bottle shock because you just got it in the mail and it's been jostled around for a week or two, or let's say it's an older wine, or sorry, a younger wine, right? Maybe it's a little tight or a little like in your face when you first open it. This little bad boy aerates it and kind of smooths out the edges. It's the same as decanting for quite a while, right? Letting it breathe. But
so I got that, but the thing is with that wine, though, I realized quickly this is more a wine of finesse. This is not these big extracted Syrah from the 2020 vintage that I have from a couple of different other producers. But this is a wine of elegance.
It's interesting because last night I remember him saying, you asked, did you pick the bricks a bit higher in 2020 because it's such a vintage of the century, things got ample time to ripen. And 2019 that you tasted was on the elegant side. And then 2020, did you pick at higher bricks? And he said, no, they picked at the same bricks. They picked it kind of early because he wanted to make sure that there was that freshness still in the Syrah, and he was going for a certain style. So
there's a big difference between both those stylistically. 2019 was much more old world style, much more I would say herbaceous notes, much more floral. It was like literally like super old world. This is a little bit more modern. The fruit is ripe. This is blue ripe fruit. This is approachable. There's a freshness. That's one thing in that there's a freshness in the mid palate that it's absolutely stunning. But the ripeness of the fruit makes it. That's the connection with 2020. Okay. Right? It's not the body. It's not the weight. It's not the monstrous big alcohol, because the alcohol is in check and there's a 13.5%. So no, it's about the ripeness of fruit. The blue fruits are ripe, they're soft. There's an elegance, but the freshness in the mid palate. So there's a little bit of savoriness. There's beautiful spice in there too.
I love that one.
Beautiful spice, white pepper, clove. There's like that sage in the mid palate. The savoriness. But yeah, no, to me, like that makes it like totally sort of that blueberry jam, like that dark cherry in the front palate, a little bit more modern style, but like balance. To me, it's all about balance. This is a 92-point Syrah, $55, 92 points. The score has dropped. The score has come in. Boom. I'm dropping the hammer. Bam, 92 points. 55. I mean, this is fantastic. This is a fantastic wine. Especially Syrah Niagara. I mean, we don't come across a lot of great Syrah from Niagara. There's some, but you need to look for it a lot. But this one is,
and especially one that's got it's just a gorgeous flavor profile.
It is.
It's so rich and fresh.
I think really Mira was kind of pushing behind the scene to get a higher score. She sure low bait.
I'm also wondering, we have some little can of fancy foie gras in the fridge. Would that go with this?
Well, it sure will. But yeah, I know she was definitely lobbying.
I definitely
in the backhand.
It's just very drinkable. It's very
she was really pushing for more. I dropped the hammer. I got a 92 points, all of it. I love it. I think it's really approachable, and there's no need to wait longer for that wine. I think it's ready to drink now.
That's awesome.
One thing that I noticed with Black Bank Hill wines, Chardonnay, the Runaway, the Runaway Red, especially the Cap Franc, even the Pinot that you mentioned.
That's true.
They drink so darn good in the second day.
Yeah.
And it's a big trend across the lineup. So we'll see what this one
does tomorrow. And then we might adjust that score accordingly.
I don't know if it's going to survive till tomorrow. That's another sign of this is a good wine.
Glasses before the live. I just have to make sure it's not corked again.
That's it. Right. So I have the confirmation. It's not corked. Absolutely not. It's drinking very, 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 very freaking well right now. So 92.
Awesome. Cheers. So if you're a Syrah lover, definitely one to check out from Ontario.
You sure do. One of the best. I mean, absolutely. Fantastic. Black Bank Hill features going on until the end of the week. My rock stars of that feature, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great wine. If you want to discover something new, you haven't discovered a brand new winery in a long time,
this is the one to try.
This is the one to try. The Viognier, best Viognier that I have from Ontario in a long time. Bellaterra does a new one that it's really good.
Yes,
we tasted one from 13th Street as well. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Where else did I try a Viognier this year? There's 3 or 4 other wineries. They're good.
They're good.
But what I've tasted for Black Bank Hill, that's the best. That's absolutely like a $35 Chardonnay that absolutely blew my socks off. I love
Wingfield.
I love 20 Mile Band Chard. This one was great. I just wish I had it in a bottle.
I know we have to get more.
Yeah, I know.
We drank
So,
ours here. I'll show you guys. I drank it with our lobsters for my belated birthday party.
Yeah, so that Chardonnay blew my socks off. The Cap Franc did very well in the Cap Franc Marathon. Absolutely stood out. 91 points, 91 plus. And the Runway Red 2020 vintage for $30. I thought it was spectacular. Merlot, Cap Sauv, Cap Franc with the splashes. No splashes.
Which one?
The Runway Red. Merlot dominant, I believe.
It's on the site, you guys.
I know
There's
it
the
is.
Runway Red.
But yeah, this is another one who was really darn good. The second day, I look at Mira and say, we need to change the score of that wine. We need to move from 91 to 92 because it's so good. Yes. So a little bit
Someone's
more.
saying in the VIP group, I guess I know what I'm doing on Saturday. Yes, go visit them.
Yeah,
Here
go see Taylor at Black Bank Hill.
It's by appointment this time of year, but he lives on the property. So if you give him a shout on the phone, even if it's the same day, I'm sure he can work something out with you. Yeah.
So Black Bank Hill, one of our surprise this year. I'm so glad we discovered that winery. Really awesome. The lineup is tremendous, and
And kudos to them for sending us a replacement bottle after the first one was corked. That is
on the fly.
Awesome. Fast. So we just got that. We had to share what we thought. Thanks so much, you guys. I hope you
Canadian wine lovers, Cars Wine Club members, have a great evening. Enjoy dinner, and big time Syrah.
Woo!
Woohoo!